Okay, let's grab some paper from the shelf here. And let's sit down. I need to write my letter to Santa, so I guess we can just get started. Dear Santa, I've been very good this year, but I'm not sure what I want for Christmas. I mean, I'd love to ask for a golden apple for Christmas, but I know that's asking a bit much. So I guess be a little bit creative. Yours truly, Gyration MC. Okay, there we go. I think that will be pretty good. Let's go put that in the mailbox right away because, we gotta make sure that he gets this letter on time. He's gotta have a bit of time to decide, what to get people. I don't know how he does it. I mean, he's a pretty busy guy, I guess, but hopefully he'll come by and pick that up at some point. Hello everyone, my name is Duration, and welcome back to the NSSS world, or NSSS. It's easier to say that way. But yeah, we're here, back in the world here. I've done quite a bit of work off camera, or I guess on camera in a sense, because I did a bunch of this work on stream. But I also did some stuff off camera as well, specifically working on the pig farm, and apparently we're gonna get blown up by a creeper if we don't run. Okay, there we go. We got this all for. Oh, you have a friend. Was not expecting to be basically blown up as soon as I walked out my front door here. But if I take a peek over here, you'll see that I have been working on things. I want to just scope out the area a little bit more now, though. After basically 2 attempted creeper attacks, I'm not very confident that this area is entirely mob safe. I think I'm okay. So anyways, yeah, I spent a good 2 hours trying to get this built and also just talking, and you know how it goes on stream. Things don't get done quite as fast as you want them to. As you can see, that little dirt circle right there is actually going to be a window eventually, but yeah, that's to come. A lot of this is just very rough. I feel like these balconies need to be moved around a little bit more. I'm gonna take this creeper out of the game before we go over to the pig spawner here, because I actually did some work on this as well, not on stream, but just in my free time, because this farm was broken last time. We had some issues with water sources forming underneath the sponge, and they wouldn't go away. So now you can see that there's sponges all over the entire surface area, basically, of this farm. So every single block here is being controlled by sponges. Because remember, sponges control, basically whether or not there's water within a 2-block radius of them. So it makes it very easy to kind of lay this out. And this is kind of the formation I got figured out, and I think it works very well in a sense. I changed this out for glass as well, but you can't really place glass, with redstone on top of it, so that wasn't an option. I wish I could do that, but yeah, alas, that is not possible. Nothing changed over here with the redstone, but yeah, this is basically what I did to get this to work. And then actually, I want to go down. Yeah, I think the pigs are jumping over this fence as well. That's another problem with this farm. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because this thing already gives me enough pork chops, as you can see here. This is just when I was working on the farm. I was only working on this for like half an hour, and I got all these cooked pork chops, so I'm really not too concerned about the efficiency of this thing, because that's already more than enough food. And as you can see here, I also fixed the fact that pigs weren't cooking properly, because basically what was happening was the pigs were in the water and in the lava when they died, and since they were in the water, they technically weren't on fire. So that means that they weren't dropping cooked food, because, the pig needs to be on fire when it dies in order for the cooked food to drop. So basically what I did here is, you can see I added slabs right here, not sponsored, which basically means when the pigs come, they drop down this 1 block here, and they continue getting pushed. Then they bob up and down until they fit right underneath this slab here, and then they're pushed into the lava. Now, you might think, well, the lava doesn't really technically touch the pigs, but the thing is that the pigs are bobbing up and down when they, oh yeah, Did I also mention that this is still not 100% working? but anyways, they bob up and down in the water, and then once they get to this space, they kind of bob up and down again. That's also weird. Invisible items. They bob up and down here, and they kind of force themselves into the lava there. So basically, they kill themselves, essentially, because technically they'd be free, but because, yeah, mechanics in Minecraft, they still bob into the water, or into the lava. So, it still works. Let's see if we can see it happen here. You see how he's still jumping up and down. That's because of the, of the water. And sometimes they get a little bit stuck, but then the next one comes in and pushes them. This is the best I could get right now. I'm sure there's still a better way to do it. It's just I didn't put in that much time to figure it out. But anyways, I think we're going to get ourselves a little bit packed up because we're going to go on a little bit of an expedition to a new part of the world. And in fact, yes, I got my mail here. My brand new diamond and gold sword. They always send along these manuals with things, but I just throw them down in this cave. They're really not that useful. No one needs to read the manual for a sword anyways, right? Like, you know, you just swipe it at things. That's how swords work. You don't need to read a 4-page manual to understand that. But yeah, we're just gonna pack up some things. We're going on an expedition to find a snow area. Now you might be thinking, oh, you know, snow areas don't exist in Alpha because, you know, they were either just summer or winter. There was no in between. You couldn't get like biomes or anything. But I'm going to tell you that's a little bit different. Now, it's not exactly what you think. It has to do with enabling commands like I did at the very beginning of the series, but that was obviously very much on purpose so that we could do this sort of thing. When it came around to Christmas time, the winter season, I wanted to do something different. I'm telling you, I can't say how much I missed having a diamond sword until now. It is nice to be able to hit mobs in only 2 hits. With the iron sword, I was doing with 3, but this thing's almost dead anyway, so I think I'm just going to even leave that here. I'm also pretty certain that if I remove this crying obsidian, my world spawn is still going to stay in this location. It's not like beds where once you break it, it resets your spawn to the world spawn again. I'm pretty sure this literally moves world spawn right over here, so I am probably still going to spawn here even if I die, until I place this down and, you know, put my compass to it. Alright, so before we get on with today's episode, I want to just make a quick announcement. Now, next week is actually going to be the last week that I'm going to be doing a proper Let's Play kind of episode for this year. In fact, it's going to be Decennium SMP, and this NSSS episode is actually the last one for this year. But I do have some good news, and that is the fact that I'm going to be making a Christmas special, and I will probably be doing a little bit of, you know, clips from this world, so, you know, that will be kind of part of the Christmas special, kind of to finish off the year. And there's also going to be a segment in the Christmas special, which is going to be the Best of Jai, and that means I need some ideas for what your favorite parts of my videos were for this year. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to pop them in the brand new Discord channel that I created on my Discord server, or send me an email or a YouTube comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to provide the details for the video or even timestamps, you know, that's up to you. But even just a general idea of what your favorite parts were, that would be awesome, because that means that I can include them in the compilation of all my favorite moments from this year. And I'm hoping to get some really good bits from Decennium SMP. Obviously, there was a lot of shenanigans going on there, but just all kinds of things from throughout the year, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. I'm also going to be doing a channel update video, hopefully sometime before the end of the year, to kind of give you a little bit more news about what's going on going into the next year, so you can look out for that. And yeah, of course, the Christmas special is going to come out on December, I think 24th or 25th. I think Christmas Eve is probably a good day to release it, and I'm just going to schedule it so that it releases, you know, at a certain time. But let's get back to today's episode. Alrighty, and off we go. I'm just heading out in this direction. Let me turn around for context. There's my base. I'm heading off in this direction to find an area where I can settle down for a little bit, and an area of the world which I preferably won't be loading when I'm at my main base or anywhere kind of nearby. Because if I want to turn an area into a snow area, I need to make sure that it isn't loaded when I have the world in summer mode. because otherwise all the snow is going to melt, because actually NSSS has code which means that when the world is not a snow world, snow will melt instead of just staying there. But in the vanilla game, the snow actually would not melt even if you set it back to summer mode. Melting wasn't really in the game, I guess, when it came to at least the weather, because, you know, it wasn't common for people to change what type of world they had. Alrighty, so I'm just looking around over here. I'm not too far out. I didn't really come a long ways, but I think this is kind of a nice area. It's got a really neat cave system in the side of this mountain here. We've got some of the webs hanging out over here. I'm probably not going to build in this. Well, actually, this isn't even a cave. This is just a weird lighting glitch. Gotta love that. But I guess I could stick a little torch here, you know? I was here. And we'll find a little nice clearing that we can decide to settle in. I think this is probably not a bad spot, this little peninsula here. I think right on this little flat area is probably good. We can call this kind of home. And I can always do something with this little cave and, well, cliffs. Lots of cliffs here, too. It's the caves and cliffs, but for alpha. This is cool. In fact, I want to get a better vantage point here, because there's actually, it looks like there's a cool spot. A little valley area over there. Yeah, this is very interesting, because this feels like, you know, there's like these gateways almost. Like, if I walled this off... Whoa! Hold on, I think I've been here before, haven't I? Maybe not, but this is epic. No, dude, this is it. This is the spot. Look at this. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at this. There's a floating island. And also a giant cave. Yeah, I think I was here at one point. Because look at all this sand. It's all collapsed. I feel like I probably would have collapsed that. But look at this. Oh, I could totally build something on this little floating island. That would be awesome. You know what? This is the spot. This is where we're staying, guys. And I should also take a moment to, you know, decide where I'm going to set my world spawn in this area. You know what? It would be so cool if I could set it up on that island. I might not do that right now because, you know, I want to make sure that if I die, at least I'm spawning around here. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of get started on things. And, in fact, I think we need to do something right now. So let's, can I go like this? Yes. / set winter true. Yes, there we go. Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's snowing. This is going to be an awesome spot to have our Christmas area. I'm so excited. Let's just wait for like a couple minutes while this kind of freezes over a little bit and enjoy this beautiful scenery. Okay, man, that is looking fantastic. It is getting nighttime, and I don't have anywhere to rest, I guess, because there's just caves everywhere. I don't want to go down there because I know there's going to be mobs. So I think it would be a good idea also if I got my HUD back up, because I turned that off. We should get this shovel out. I want to make an igloo, because you know what? I'm a penguin, right? I'm a penguin, so I should be in a igloo anyways. Uh-oh, it appears as though we have someone who's moved into my igloo. I'm trying to build a nice, peaceful home here, Sir Creeper, and I don't appreciate you being here. If you could please leave. Oh yeah, the items kind of slide around on the ice. I kind of forgot about that. In fact, the fact that items slide around on ice means that we can use ice to actually speed up our like our item moving lines. So basically, if I made like a tree farm collecting area, if I stuck ice on the bottom, it should technically move the items faster, a lot faster actually. But that does also mean that I need to make sure that the ice is not exposed to the sky if I don't have it in winter mode, because again, if I don't have it in winter mode, the ice is going to melt, as will the snow layers. In fact, can I pick up snow layers? I bet I can. Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. That's a nice NSSS feature. I can obviously do this with ice, too. Oh, goodness me. That scared me. Sir, I don't appreciate this. Die. Goodness me. Let's eat all those apples. That really doesn't heal a lot. Apples used to be a lot more powerful, but now they've kind of been nerfed a little bit because, you know, they are stackable. Come here, piggy. I love the sound. I don't think it does any damage. I don't think you can kill a pig with a snowball. I think it just gives them knockback, if I remember correctly. Alas, it is almost daytime. Oh, thank goodness. I just want to get this igloo built up. This is taking me longer than expected. I think I can make windows out of ice. That would be kind of cool because, you know, it's an igloo after all. And there we go. That is looking very fancy, I think. I definitely need to do a little bit of removing some of the scaffolding on the inside here. Let's break some ice, though, I guess. I'm assuming I can just go like this. And yeah, there we go. You can see that I picked up some ice, so I can, you know, maybe grab a few blocks of this because, you know, I want to put some windows in my house, make things look fancy. Now that we've got some ice, actually, this looks pretty cool, too, in the inventory. It is opaque. It doesn't show up as, like, a transparent block. So, but yeah, if we just go like this, look at that. We've got a nice little window here. Now, I'm not sure if this torch is gonna melt that. I don't think it will. I think that's far enough away. Can we just go like this and break a hole and put a skylight in as well? I don't know if any of these are going to melt. In fact, I'm actually curious about something. If I have a ice block and I melt it, will it update or will it stay as just a block, like, kind of stuck there, if you know what I mean, right? If I go like this, I place this... Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Wait. Okay. Now if I go like this, will it... yeah. Okay. That's interesting, I guess. I mean, I don't know if this is useful in any capacity, but technically, now that I have access to ice, I basically can hold unlimited water sources in my inventory, which is very useful, actually. Believe it or not, this is actually going to come in extremely handy when I'm building my mob farm, because that means I don't need to carry a bunch of water buckets up and down to make the water elevator for the mobs, because I'll just be able to place a bunch of ice and then break it, which is going to be very convenient. I think this cave entrance needs to go, though, because I want to build, or at least leave room to build a Christmas tree around this area, too, because obviously, you know, it's kind of the winter district area of my world, and, you know, I want to have a whole Christmas theme over here, and this definitely is in the way, because, yeah, I basically walk out my front door and then drop down into a pit of death. I get the feeling that I wasn't supposed to be breaking the ice with my gold sword. I probably should have been using the golden pickaxe. Probably would have been a little bit more effective, and in fact, I do have one, so I don't know why I wasn't doing that. I love it when the creepers just take out the skeletons. It's so great, because it's like, I don't even need to do anything. They just, you know, they just deal with the whole situation for me. I was actually kind of hoping that that creeper would have been a bit lower on health, so that I could have gotten a record out of that. How big is this cave down here, though? Like, this is obviously quite the cave system. I don't think I have enough torches to really say I can go all the way in, although I could make a few more. Why not? You know, for the adventure. Wow. This is a big cave. Really big and open caves. I do like that about NSSS. Yeah, nothing else here. So yeah, I guess it was worth lighting this place up. Now we don't have to worry about mobs piling out of here anymore. And I can kind of safely pick up all this sand. What's over here? Just a little one that goes into a bigger one. And a skeleton. Hello, sir. I know you're... Oh, you bugger. Get out of here. Oh! Oh, there's a duel! There's a duel! Oh, another one. Wait, why is there so many skeletons over here? Excuse me? Why is there, like... Why is there so many? They're still duking it out. Okay, now he's changed focus. He's changed focus. He wants my blood. Okay, oh, no. Okay, okay, yeah. Nope, that's... nope. That's not happening. Well, Yeah, no, you know what? No, I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Wait. Oh, this is all hanging here. I don't want this all to collapse down. This big opening here is already, gonna be a problem. Oh my goodness, this is all gonna collapse, isn't it? Dude, if this collapses on me, I'm dead. What on earth is this cave? This is death right here. Like, if I break any of those blocks, this whole beach is just gonna come falling down. This is kind of unfortunate because I know that that's gonna happen at some point. All it takes is for a creeper explosion to happen there, and this whole beach is just gonna come collapsing down. I'm just gonna go kill some pigs. Oh, no. Help me. Let's just run. I'm out of stamina. Okay. Well, this is great. I think he's just about dead. What? What? He wasn't going down without a fight, and he was like, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm taking him with me. That's amazing. Now, can I place a block underneath this sand? I can. So if I place blocks under every single piece of sand here, I think I will be okay. I can basically just go like this, as long as I don't update the blocks, you know? If I just go like this. Oh, shoot! Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at how big this is. Look at how... Oh, it's just flooded everything, hasn't it? It's flooded everything. It's all over now. This whole thing is gonna be full of water now. And it's all flowing water, too, so it's gonna be impossible to get through. Well done, Jai. Well done. You should have thought that through a little bit more, shouldn't you? I'm also just going to ask, why there was sand in my shoes. I don't like having sand in my shoes. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's the worst feeling ever. How is it that things are going into this slot? I don't understand how that's even possible. If I throw this on the ground, it's going there into that slot, but I just don't understand why. That shouldn't be possible. My inventory's full, but it's going there. What if I get other things on the ground? What if I get more snowballs? My inventory should be full now. This one doesn't pick up. It doesn't go in the armor slot. I actually never realized how cool it is underneath the ice here. In fact, if I dried this up with sponge, this would actually be a really cool area to hang out in, because you could just have this big skylight made out of ice. I might actually quickly run back to my base for a second and grab some sponge and do that, because that would be so cool, I think. There we go. It's like nothing ever happened over here, except for the big open space underneath the water here. But like I said, I'm going to quickly run and grab a sponge. I guess I'll have to wait till daytime. And then we can take a look at what that place is going to look like when we dry the water out of it. I'm curious. If I put a furnace down over here and I start it up and start cooking some stuff in it, is that going to melt my window? If that happens, that would be That's amazing. That's amazing. Hold on. This could actually be useful. Because wait, once this is done smelting, is this gonna freeze again? Oh, it won't freeze right now, but if I had it exposed to like the sky, it would. But because it's not exposed to the sky, it's not going to reform again. But that basically means you can detect whether or not a furnace is on. Because you could hook that water up to a boat float switch, and you could basically then read redstone, so you could tell whether or not a furnace is on, which is actually kind of interesting. So wait a second. So if I go here, if I take this out and move this over here, I think now that this ice is exposed to the sky, if I turn this furnace on, it's going to melt, hopefully, pretty quickly. I guess it really depends on how fast the ice melts as well, because as you can see here, it's still not melting yet. So yeah, maybe it doesn't really work. Yeah, that time it didn't work. I wonder if I try it a few more times. Maybe it's just every once in a while it doesn't work. Okay, let's try this, perhaps. Or maybe because it's exposed to the sky, it always freezes. I guess, yeah, maybe it has to do with the fact that this wasn't exposed to the sky, so it was enough to melt it. That would be a shame. I was hoping that that I could get that to work, but I guess it doesn't always work out. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it did work. This time it did. So, I mean, it would work for larger smelting of items. Like, if you weren't smelting just one pork chop, this would actually work pretty well, because this should freeze again. If we wait, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take for that to freeze. Oh, yes, it finally froze. I was just AFK for a moment, and I came back, and it was water, and now it's ice. So it obviously does freeze. I'm assuming this works in vanilla as well, because the fact that you can get ice, you can't specifically place it, but you could just place water here and wait for it to freeze. It's the same thing in vanilla. I think my base is actually just out in that direction now. But yeah, you can see here there's still remnants of snow and such right over there. But now I'm coming over to my base and see now I'm in, you know, basically summer. I didn't want to have all of that half melted snow near my base. I mean, I guess while I'm here, I might as well take a bunch of food along with me too, right? Like, might as well stock up. Maybe I should take some redstone stuff too. We could mess around with the making like a boat float switch, so we could, you know, we could demonstrate that, I guess, quickly before the end of the episode. It's basically impossible to boat through all of this because there's just way too much ice. It would be so much more of a hassle to go through it all now. Now I gotta walk all the way back. And here we are, gotta go back into winter mode again. Set winter true. There we go. Let it snow, man. Let it snow. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. No. How about no? How about no? That song I've heard way too many times. We have a few more holes in the ice here now, but hopefully they will solidify words. Solidify very soon, because that way we should be able to go, where is it? Over here, down here, down here. Wait, no. Hold on. Where did I go? I think it was over here, yeah. Now, yeah, there's a bunch of holes in the ice now, which is a bit problematic because that means that we're gonna have, yeah, holes in the ceiling. Yeah, look, now we got a hole in the ice. I mean, I guess I can repair that. It's really not the end of the world. Now, I hadn't really thought about this because if you think about it, you know, all this sand collapsed down, which is cool, but technically this is a lake here, so I almost either need to leave sponges here to hold back the water, because otherwise the water's just gonna come in from the side still, right? We've got it mostly dried up now. It's drying up over here too, which is cool. I mean, it's almost cool with the holes in the ice too, to be honest. I mean, it has a really interesting look, that's for sure. It lets a bit of light in. Huh. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but this looks super cool. I mean, let's just pop into third-person mode and just look around here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can't look at my face. I mean, I could get my camera account on here. Actually, you know what? Let's do that for a quick second. And of course, by the time I get the camera account on, it's nighttime, which is always how things tend to go. But yeah, I guess we'll quickly, every time, I'm telling you, it gets me so bad. Yeah, I guess we'll head over to the Igloo for a quick second. We'll mess around with that redstone, and we'll come back here when it's light out, because you kind of need to be in daytime to really fully appreciate this place. It's just such a neat spot. So basically, in order to get this to work, we need the ice right next to the furnace, of course, And then we're gonna go out here. I've made this little square area out here, which is 2x2 on the inside here. We're gonna want to stick a pressure plate in one of the corners, not the corner where the ice block is, basically. So the water can fall down into this space right here. That shouldn't be a problem. Snow. Okay, now we're gonna want to place the boat right here so that we can then push it into here. Now you hear that? The boat is now on the pressure plate. But when this melts, it's going to actually take the boat off the pressure plate. And actually what you want to do is you want to have a block right here. So the boat only goes up against this block, just enough to get it off the pressure plate. Then over here, actually we're going to need to take this out a little bit here, just like that. So we have room for a redstone torch right there. And then on top of that, we can place another redstone torch with a bit of redstone going like that. Now we go in here and we can place a torch. Wait, not that kind of torch. This kind of torch. A redstone torch right there. And now, hopefully, when we smelt something in here, let's put a bit of coal in here. And we'll grab a bit of iron that I've been wanting to smelt for quite some time now. Let's throw that in the furnace. And hopefully, when that ice melts, that redstone torch should come on. Yes! It works! So, as you can see, we now have a way to detect whether or not a furnace is active. We can tell, okay, yep, our furnace is on, in case we couldn't look at these particles right here and the fact that there is no window. There is also a redstone torch. But jokes aside, this could actually be useful in some ways as well, because imagine you have a big room with a ton of furnaces in it. I mean, obviously you can't really put them too close together, but you can get them close enough. You know, you could have a big room with a bunch of furnaces in it, and then you could basically make one big AND gate with a bunch of these furnaces all tied into it, and then one torch. And you could be like, when all of these furnaces are done smelting, turn on this light so I know to go and check on them. You could do that. That's totally possible. And maybe one day I'll get around to doing that. But obviously this only works if I leave this snow block exposed to the elements. So I might have to compromise a bit on the design of my house here. What we can do, we can just kind of go like this. We'll make it a little bit shorter here. And now you can see, furnace is done, light turns off, bada bing, bada boom. We've got some very low level automation in Minecraft Alpha. Obviously it's a little bit slow because it still hasn't turned on yet, because this ice still hasn't melted. Maybe if I had the ice right behind the furnace, it would melt faster. I don't know. And here we go. Look at that. There's even a chicken up on top of the ice over there. Oh, man. But look at this. This looks so cool. In fact, this would be really cool if we got like some trees down here too. We could make a really interesting kind of under the ice kind of ravine style base. This would be really interesting for something or other. But alas, I think it is time that we end off today's video because, you know, it is that time again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode and you want to show your support, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below. That always does help. And if you're interested in seeing more content, please consider subscribing. Love to have you here. And of course, the links to my Discord and my other socials are down in the description if you're interested in that. But of course, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Also, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I just figured out how to fix my skin now, after I finished recording the entire episode. Well, this is great. This is great, but you'll see this more in the next episode. Thanks to Delio for making this for me. And, yeah. See ya!